So continuing the current affairs, you know, a special session of Parliament was convened to commemorate the 75-year journey of the Indian Parliament. And and the Indian Parliament is the highest legislative body in India. Okay? Yes. Now, a special session of Parliament scheduled from September 18 to 22 will begin with a discussion, of course, on Monday. Yeah. Starting from the Constituent Assembly in 1946. Okay? Actually, in the old Parliament, Constituent Assembly session was held. The first session of Constituent Assembly was held on December 9th, 1946. Again, before this, you have to remember a date when our interim government was formed. Okay? Before India getting independence on August 15th, 1947, an interim government was formed, which was a totally nominated government, which was headed by, of course, not headed by Jawaharlal Nehru was designated as the not Prime Minister. Please check it as the Vice President. As the Vice President. If I am wrong, please check it. What is the date? Date of the constitution of the interim government, September? Yes, September 2nd, 1946. And this first session was presided by Dr. Sachithananda Sinha, following the French practice, where the senior-most person will be chosen as the temporary president. Even today also, after the general elections to the Lok Sabha, you are having a concept called as pro tem speaker or speaker pro tem, who is a senior most member in that house. It is in the sense of it is a sense as the member of the Lok Sabha, not the age. Then that pro tem speaker is given oath by the Honorable President of India as a member of Lok Sabha, and his duty is to administer oath to the all newly elected Lok Sabha members. And such a thing is not needed for Rajya Sabha. Only at the first instance, when Rajya Sabha is constituted, then there was the need of pro tem speaker. And afterwards, see, for every 2 years, one third will retire. Automatically, you will have the ex officio chairman. He is none other than the Vice President of India. So, try to remember this pro tem speaker. Now, of course, though there are flaws, the Parliament had played a crucial role, and irrespective of the parties in power, they tried to address the problems of the space and time. That is the greatness. That is the greatness of Indian Parliament. Of course, nowadays, because of self-centric motives, to some extent, the morals and ethics of the parliamentarians or our members have degraded the decorum of the parliament. But still, it is okay, as in India we are having more liberty and more fundamental rights with regard to our speech expression. Automatically, we are misusing the concept, which has resulted in harming the decency and decorum of the constitutional bodies or constitutional heads, etc. Now, key events in the Indian Parliament's history, of course, there are many events, because they made many amendments. Our constitution is a living constitution, unlike the constitutions of Western countries. And we have discussed just now, Constituent Assembly first met on December 9th, and 1950, on January 26th, Indian Constitution came into force. See, Indian Constitution was not adopted on 26th January. It was adopted on November 26, 1949. And it came into force. And you have to remember a few provisions of the Constitution came into force on the same day. Okay? And if I am not wrong, we are celebrating this day as the Constitutional Day. Okay? Yes. Now, and first general elections were held, making the start of democracy. See, we got independence on August 15th, 1947. The first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, he was not elected. Their cabinet was not democratic cabinet, totally nominated. And he was designated as the Prime Minister now. Of course, he was also having his Council of Ministers. And it continued. And in 1952, elections were held and our Lok Sabha was constituted. And even elections were also held to the state legislatures and automatically for Rajya Sabha. Everything came into existing through the democratic process. And even once again, Jawaharlal Nehru became the first Prime Minister of India in a democratic manner. Earlier, he was Prime Minister, but he was not elected by the people. Okay? Yes. Now, so actually what happened, from a long period, there was demand from many provinces or many regions in our country with regard to carving the states before independence provinces based on the language. Based on the language. And such a tough and great demand with high intensity was started by the people of Madras presidency, especially the Telugu people. The Telugu people who were in the Madras presidency. Historically, they were not the part of the Madras presidency. Historically, these Telugu people were linked with the Hyderabad state. In that period, Hyderabad state, which was established, Hyderabad state was established in which year? Hyderabad state was established in which year? Hyderabad state was established in which year? See, you are talking about the Telangana state. I am talking about the Hyderabad state. Okay? Hyderabad state, which was formed after the fall of Qutub Shahis, and in the interim period, our region was ruled by the Mughal Empire or Mughal kings. See, these people, within a month, they are going to write the Telangana Group 2. And many people in front of me are unable to answer when the Hyderabad state was established. I don't know what is the problem with you people. And even from online also, many people are unable to answer. Okay? Yes. Hyderabad state was established in 1724 by Mir Kamruddin or Chinklich Khan. Mir Kamruddin or Chinklich Khan. So, what happened in course of time? In 1765, the coastal regions got separated, and in 1799 or 1800, honoring the subsidiary alliance, Rayalaseema got separated. So many people are unable to answer. It is too bad, but I'm helpless. Within 1 month, even less than 1 month, you are going to write the TSPSC, and for TSPSC, the history of Hyderabad is very important. No issue. Yes. So historically, they were not linked to the Tamil region. They were linked to the Hyderabad state. So automatically, they this region was tagged with the Madras presidency. So these people's rights were deprived, though they constitute more than 50% of population. They were not having due representation in the representative bodies, even in the courts or whatever may be the case, and even their voice in the democratic process. So they started an agitation to get themselves separated from the Madras presidency. In 1913, if I am not wrong, Andhra Mahasabha was established with their first conference at Bapatla. Okay? Yeah. And you know what happened? So, until the independence, the issue was postponed by some or other reason. Okay, and even in between, we are having a three bag agreement. Three bag agreement. It is between the people of Rayalaseema and coastal Andhra to set aside their differences. Okay, and see, we got independence on 15th August 1947. No action was taken in that line. And to address such kind of issues, because it was not only from the Hyderabad, Madras, Telugu speaking people of the Madras region. Such sort of, such kind of demands were in all parts of India. So to look into this matter, a committee was constituted as soon as India got the independence. That committee was headed by, okay, we have discussed SK Dar committee. SK Dar committee. And SK Dar committee has opposed the formation of states based on the languages. And you know that. So automatically, but he made one observation. He made one observation saying that the people of Andhra are literally sitting on the volcano. They are eager, or they are having the burning desire to have their separate state. And to pacify these people, JVP committee was constituted. See, SK committee was constituted by the government of Indian Union, but JVP committee is not by the Indian Union. It is a committee constituted by the Congress party. Okay, committee constituted by the Congress party. Even JVP committee also opposed the carving of the states based on languages, but they supported the Andhra. Okay. Yes, but in course of time, the action was taken in line to form the Andhra state. And in between, you are having the fasting of Swami Sitaram. Later, you are having the fasting of Potti Sri Ramalu. And after the death of Potti Sri Ramalu, the situation in the Andhra region became volatile. And finally, Jawaharlal Nehru announced that we are going to form the separate Andhra state from Madras state. One condition that Andhra people should not claim the Madras city. Okay, that is the situation. And finally, on October 1st, 1953, Andhra state was formed. And you have to remember, this is the first linguistic state formed after independence, not Andhra Pradesh. Andhra state is the first linguistic state formed after independence. So as soon as this state was formed, automatically the demand from other regions has intensified to address that issue. In 1956, State Reorganization Committee was constituted, which is famously called as SRC. And it is chaired by Fazal Ali, and other members include Kunjru and also Panikkar, and they supported the formation of states based on the languages. And now it is a continuous process. Time and again, new states are carved, and even recently Jammu and Kashmir lost its statehood, and it was made as the union territory. Before that, Telangana was carved from the elsewhile combined AP. Okay, that is the issue. And through which constitutional amendment SRC was accepted? It is 7th Constitutional Amendment Act. By 7th Constitutional Amendment Act, many states were carved. And I told you several times in our routine classes, you have to remember 7th Constitutional Amendment for Many reasons. One is earlier Constitution said that there should be single high court for a state, and this made a provision for a single high court discharging its jurisdiction for two or more states or one of the adjoining union territory. That is also very important. The same case with the governor. A single governor can discharge the duties of discharge his duty as governor of two states or even at the and even administrator of the adjoining union territory. And seventh council amendment is also important for establishment of the office of the linguistic minorities. Again, okay? Yes, no issue. And again, we are having second general elections. Of course, there are many events. And again, liberation of Goa in 1961, and it was given the of course union territory status. Later, it was made as the state. And Indira Gandhi became the prime minister. And of course, and in 1971, passage of 42nd Amendment Act. When the 42nd Amendment Act was passed, that is a problem with the PDFs. Okay, it is I took this PDF from the Google. Of course, everybody will do the same work. It is not 1971. It is 1976. So don't blindly follow the PDFs. Of course, it is a PDF of a famous institution. Okay? Yes. Okay, no issue. And the 42nd Amendment was passed when India is facing national emergency for several reasons, not one reason, several reasons. Okay? And it is also called as mini constitution. And you have to remember, socialist, secular, integrity words were added to the preamble by the 42nd Amendment. By the 42nd Amendment. Okay? So actually, it does not mean that before 42nd Amendment, India was not socialist, India was not secular, or India did not try to have the sovereignty and integrity. Of course, to make it more socialist, they said that we are going to add these words, and even this is termed as the mini constitution. And even there were many flaws or undemocratic means in this 42nd Amendment. Most of them were corrected by the 44th Amendment of 1978 when Janata government headed by Morarji Desai was formed, and they dealt with that amendment. Even you have to remember the 44th Amendment also. And you know, in 1975, Indira Gandhi imposed emergency with the reason of, what was the reason quoted? Internal, not aggression, internal disturbances. Internal disturbances. Even by that time, there was a national emergency because in that period, India was engaged in a war. And you know, the word internal emergency, as it was misused by Madam Indira Gandhi, it was changed to the internal disturbances was changed to internal disturbance was changed to exact word. Yes, armed rebellion by 44th Amendment Act. So 44th Amendment is a corrective to the 42nd Amendment. Okay? Yes. Now, and you know, Operation Blue Star in Golden Temple, when Madam Indira Gandhi was the Prime Minister, in that period, there was a outfit which was separate, which was demanding the separate Punjab, means Punjab to so keep away from the Indian Union, Khalistan, and knowing the news of terrorists hiding in the Golden Temple, okay, Golden Temple of Amritsar, and Indira Gandhi will order for a Of course, not attack, a search operation called as Operation Blue Star. Of course, many terrorists were found, and automatically there was firing. And to avenge this Operation Blue Star, by which the bodyguards of Indira Gandhi killed her. She was killed by the bodyguards in spite of an intelligent report asking Madam to change her security guards. She has not changed them, and finally she died. Okay, Kayan Singh, Satwan Singh. There are three popular names. Okay, and when you come to the Golden Temple, and earlier it was a sarovars, and these sarovars were constructed by Guru Ramdas. Guru Ramdas, and he was having cordial relationship with the Akbar, and Akbar will also give the revenue of Punjab, and even he will also give a piece of land. So there, Guru Ramdas will develop the sarovars, not the temple. Okay? Yes. Now, so when you come to the temple, who laid the foundation for the Amritsar temple? Guru Ramdas only constructed the sarovars, not the temple. Which person laid the foundation for the Amritsar temple? So everybody lost the subject. Like early morning, we face the problem of internet. Yes, few answers excellent. Asma, Aparna, and Bhagavati. Sufi Saint Mir Mian Sahib. Sufi Saint Mir Mian Sahib. You have to remember Sufi Saint Mir Mian Sahib. In the period of, who was the Guru in that period? Who was the Guru in that period? Yes, Guru Arjun Dev. In the period of Guru Arjun Dev. And you have to remember Guru Arjun Dev is responsible for compilation of Guru Arjun Dev is responsible for compilation of Adi Granth, and also called as Adi Granth, Guru Granth Sahib, Adi Granth or Guru Granth Sahib, and it is containing the preachings of 5 Sikh Gurus and also other Sufi saints and contemporary Bhakti saints. And which Sufi saints preachings are in Adi Granth or Guru Granth Sahib? Which Sufi saints preachings are in the Guru Granth Sahib or Adi Granth? So it seems nobody is interested to write the coming Group 2 examination, and very sad that last exam, which was conducted by TSPSC, especially junior polytechnic college lecturers, the attendance for the exam was less than 50%. I don't know why these people are not interested. Only one answer, that too from our Varshini or Varsha. Farid. Remember, Sufi saints, Farid teachings are also present, and nobody is able to answer excluding Varsha. So it is how you people are studying in spite of postponement. Nobody is interested to revise the subject. It is up to you. No issue. Of course, it is my duty to ask you the question and revise. The same thing I will do. Yes. Now, and when you come to the Sikhism, so little bit of revision. And this temple was converted into Golden Temple by, Raja Ranjit Singh. Okay. It was converted into the Golden Temple by Raja Ranjit Singh. That point you remember. And which Sikh Guru has started the Khalsa, a type of farming? Which Sikh Guru has established Khalsa? Yes, offline students were able to answer. You people, yes. Guru Gobind Singh, very popular question. Khalsa was founded by Guru Gobind Singh. And who is the last Sikh Guru? Who is the last Sikh Guru? The last Sikh Guru is Guru Gobind Singh. And just deviating, and one of the Shah Jahan's son, elder son of Shah Jahan. Yes. Who is the elder son of Shah Jahan? Okay. Who is the elder son of Shah Jahan? My dear online students. Elder son of Shah Jahan. Yes, excellent. Dara Sukho. Dara Sukho was helped by a Sikh Guru. Which Sikh Guru helped Dara Sukho? Which Sikh Guru helped Dara Sukho in the war against the Aurangzeb? Which, which, which Sikh Guru helped? Which Sikh Guru helped Dara Sukho in his war against the Aurangzeb? Excellent, excellent, Ramya, Aparna, and Samuel and Preeti. It is Hararai, Guru Hararai. Many times asked in the examination. Even Darashuko got the help of royal ladies also. Okay? Yes. And Darashuko was secular in nature. Majmule Behran, Sapnatul Alia, such kind of books were compiled by him. And historians say that if Darashuko might have become the king of India, he might have earned a name more than the Akbar the Great. Okay? Yes, no issue. Yes. So again, passage of Muslim Women Protection of Rights on Diverse Act, and many acts, not one or two. Even economic liberalization under Prime Minister Narasimha Rao, when our Manmohan Singh was the finance minister. Economy has expanded after these LPG policies. Everything was privatized: banking sector, insurance, aviation. And now what we are enjoying the fruits are from the trees which were sown in this period. Okay? Then, and passage of the Right to Information Act 2005. Okay? And accordingly, you are having the Central Information Commission, State Information Commission, etc. And implementation of Goods and Service Tax, GST, One Nation, One Tax, etc. And the Jammu and Kashmir was made as a union territory in 19, everything. And even the new parliament building, etc. Leaving this, there are many things like extension of reservations to the backward classes on the recommendation of Mandal Commission, which was constituted in the period of Morarji Desai. And of course, reservations were extended in the period of Vishwanath Pratap Singh. And even recently, the government of India also extended reservation to the economically weaker sections. Okay? Yes. Of course, now what happened? There are flaws in our Indian political system, not only parliament, that is nepotism. You can see father, grandfather, and even grandson will become an MP. It is not wrong, but there are many people who are more brilliant than the persons who are getting elected. And you know criminal history. More than 40% of our existing parliamentarians are having the criminal background, and even they are wealthy also. They have amassed wealth in a uneven manner. And even the representation of women is also very less. It was also highlighted by the he highlighted in gender parity index, and it is not inclusive. Even take the example of minorities, their number is very less in the parliament. And can you say that parliament power is undermined on many occasions? Yes. Take the example of ordinance. Ordinance is made by president only with the help of the cabinet. No parliamentary discussion is involved. So such kind of things are undermining, but they are needed, but they should not be misused. They are needed, but they are not be, so misused. Now, what in recent days, the representation of women is increasing, and even we people are able to watch the debates, Lok Sabha debates and Rajya Sabha debates through the TV. And even there are many committees, parliamentary committees, which are working in a fair manner, standing committees and also ad hoc committees. And you know what is standing committee and what is ad hoc committee, which we have discussed in our routine classes, and many amendments to address the needs and many steps to see that Indians will have good standard of living, like initiating many social welfare schemes and etc. Now, you know, the geographical indication tag has been granted to Salem Sago. Actually, in Telangana, in Hyderabad, we call it as the Sabudana. Sabudana. Yes. Everybody know, but still, okay? Sabudana. It is processed, okay? It is processed from a powder. And even that powder is also having a lot of industrial application. And we widely used in making sweets and also papad, etc. And even some people will make poha type of item with that. So GI tag was given. Of course, time and again, many are getting the GI tags. Okay. Yes. The geographical indication tag has been granted to Salem Sago, which is expected to facilitate entry into the international market. Sago, also called Sabudana, just now I told, and it is made from raw tropiocas, appearing as small pearls. It is processed. It is originated in Salem district, which serves as the primary hub for sago production in India. Of course, earlier it was a cotton industry. Now, on a big scale, also they are manufacturing. Okay, and even in Telangana, which is the recent item to get the GI tag in Telangana, as far as Telangana is concerned, which is the recent item which got the GI tag. Yes, red gram of Tandoor. Okay. Before that, even the Gulbarga, now we spell it as Kalburgi, not Tuvar Dal. Dal was not given GI tag. Only Tuvar was given the GI tag. Only that pulse, red gram, was given the GI tag, and it was given so because of nature of soil. It is tasty and also proteinous. Okay. Yes. So try to remember this Salem Sago. Actually, earlier it saved the people when they face the drought. Just now I told you it can be consumed like by making like upma or something like that one. Salem sago has historical significance as it was used as a food source during severe droughts in the Travancore kingdom. Okay, and even it is also having industrial application. Now, you know, we have discussed in the last class also, in our routine class, VVPAT, a petition by the Association for Democratic Reforms, has called for the 100% counting of voter verifiable paper audit trial slips. So actually, whenever we use EVMs for the elections, whenever you press that, automatically you will get a paper showing that your vote has been casted to so and so person according to your will and wish. So, a NGO knocked the door of Supreme Court, saying that you have to count all the VVPATs. If you count all the VVPATs, then there is no meaning in using the EVM. It was the reply given by the Election Commission of India. So randomly, they will check the EVMs by counting the VVPATs of few booths, not all. Okay, try to remember that VV VVPAT, at least the full form, and what is it, how it will work. VVPATs are devices attached to electronic voting machine that print a paper slip with the voter's choice, allowing voters to verify their vote, whether the vote casted by him fell accordingly or not. The idea behind this is to keep away from the tampering of EVMs, because there is a criticism saying that EVMs are tampered, and even election commission threw a challenge, and even it gave 1 or 2 days for anybody come to our office and tamper, we will give so and so, etc. Of course, it seems that they are not. They cannot be tampered now. Eastern Maritime Corridor. Okay, Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal extended an invitation for an Indo-Russian workshop on the Eastern Maritime Corridor in Vladivostok, Russia. Of course, we have discussed in our current geography classes. Okay, so now the government of India wanted to renew this route from Chennai to Vladivostok, because this will reduce the distance. Now we are using this route, so you can save the fuel 8675 nautical miles. It is 5647. Okay, yes. The Eastern Maritime Corridor is a proposed sea route between Chennai, India, and Vladivostok, Russia, passing through Sea of Japan, the South China Sea, and Malacca Strait. UPSC people and all the people study with the help of maps. Make more and more maps. Then only you can address the issues. Yes. Automatically, the distance will get reduced, and even our reach to the southeastern ports will increase. That is like Thailand, Vietnam, etc. And even access to Russia's Far East. It provides access to resource-rich regions, offering opportunities in sectors like energy, mining, and technology for Indian businesses. You may get the raw material, or you may supply the finished product, etc. Of course. Now, what is Harami Nala? Anybody in the class? What is Harami Nala? Harami Nala. Harami Nala. What is Harami Nala? What is Harami Nala? Because you people are all of them are seniors. Actually, you people were to write the exam on August 29th. TSPSC Group 2. Anybody from live side? What is Harami Nala? Yes, only one answer. That is it is the water separation between India and Pakistan. Okay, which separates the Gujarat and Sindh. That is nothing but Sir Creek's line. Only one answer. That too from our Aparna. Only one person was able to answer, and in spite of many top personalities. Okay, yes. Harami Nala, Sir Creek, Gujarat. Recently, Union Home Minister visited Harami Nala in the Sir Creek area of Kutch, Gujarat. And it is a 22-kilometer tidal channel that serves as a natural boundary between India and Pakistan. Originally, Banganga is a 96-kilometer tidal estuary. You know what is meant by estuary? Estuary is a place where the river water and ocean water will struggle to mingle, or a wetland. It is not a delta. It is not a delta. You are having more estuaries on the west side because the western rivers are flowing into the ocean at a rapid rate, not allowing the sediments to get accumulated. They are simply got dumped into the ocean. And because of this phenomena only, Western coastal plains are stagnant. Their width is not increasing. Unlike the eastern coastal plains, every year their width will increase. And it is one of the reasons why the fish catch is more in the western coast of India. Okay, so try to remember this Haraminala, and it is a uninhabited marshlands of the Indus River Delta on the border between India and Pakistan. Okay, yes. And Neoma Airfield, now it is going to be the military people's highest airport. The Border Roads Organization will construct India's highest fighter airfield in Neoma, a village in Ladakh. The Neoma village is located close to the south bank of Pongong So at an altitude of 13,700 feet. And even we have discussed with regard to Pongong So Lake. If I am not wrong, it is one of the highest lake in the world. Pongong So Lake. Okay? Yes, no issue. Again, also the construction of Shinkunla Tunnel, the world's highest tunnel at an altitude of 1585 feet is set to start. The tunnel will connect Lahowal Spiti in Himachal to the Jaskar Valley in Ladakh and provide all-weather connectivity. And even we have discussed many such tunnels because government, Adal Tunnel, etc. Because government wanted to see that the transportation, the to and fro movement will be irrespective of the weather condition, because in winter season there will be continuous snowfall. Okay, try to remember 4 things here. One is highest fighter airfield Neoma, a village in Ladakh, and very close to the south bank of Pongong So Lake, which is one of the highest lake in the world. And again, Shinkunla Tunnel, the world's highest tunnel at an altitude of 15,855 feet is set to start. The tunnel will connect Lahore Spiti in Himachal to Jaskar Valley in Ladakh, because every point is very important as far as UPSC or any other exam is concerned. Of course, you know, National Green Tribunal, its aim is to say that the environment is maintained in its in the fair manner. In the recent days, it has issued a ban on the operation of cruise boats in the Upper Lake, Boj wetland and other wetlands in MP. Of course, National Green Tribunal, we will discuss in course of time. Our constitution has not dealt with the tribunals. Our constitution has not dealt with the tribunals. By which amendment constitution has our parliament through constitution has made a provision for establishment of the tribunals. Which amendment? Through which amendment the parliament has made a provision through constitution to establish the tribunals? Yes. It is 42nd Amendment, and we are having tribunals for administrative matters and tribunals for other purposes. Remember the 42nd Amendment Act. Okay? And these tribunals are multi-member bodies, which we have discussed in our routine classes. Yes. Now, reasons for ban. They operate as part of travel, entertainment, or leisure industry and are run for profit. Cruise. These vessels have the potential to discharge seaways and trade effluents into the water. The proximity of the cruise path to One Vihar National Park, which falls under a silent zone, yet noise pollution was observed. Yes. So they will ask about the One Vihar National Park, not this cruise. In which state One Vihar National Park is there? Madhya Pradesh. And NGT is a specialized judicial body in India. Whether NGT is quasi-judicial or judicial body. Whether NGT is a quasi-judicial body or judicial body. NGT is quasi or judicial body. It is quasi-judicial body, though it is having the judicial powers. In India, only Supreme Court, High Court, other courts are considered as the judicial bodies. And these are the quasi-judicial bodies. Try to remember quasi-judicial bodies. Yes. The primary objective of the NGT is to provide effective and expeditious solution to environmental disputes and violation. See whether the orders of NGT can be appealed in the state high court or not. Whether the orders of NGT can be appealed in the concerned state high court or not. Tell me. Yes, these people said yes. Madhuri is saying no. It is yes. That is the problem with the Indian judiciary. Though NGT was established with the sole purpose of dealing with the check it only Supreme. I think they can go for High Court. You are saying only Supreme Court. Please check it. NGT. We can appeal in the High Court also. Appeals of NGT can be taken by the High Court also. Okay? Yes. Yes, yes. Now, about the Bhoj wetland, it is located in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, and earned its Ramsar site designation in 2002. It encompasses two man-made reservoirs, Bhojtal and the Lower Lake. Yes. Now, you know, in our modern India, we have discussed about the various women organizations and also eminent women luminaries. One such great woman was Muthulakshmi Reddy. Okay, and he strived a lot to put an end to the Devadasi system. And you know what is Devadasi system? Actually, these Devadasis earlier in Tamil Nadu were temple dancers. In course of time, that profession got corrupted. And here what happened? A girl was married to a priest or god, and she was forced into prostitution. And even this has resulted in the child marriage with the god. And you know what are the adverse effects. So she fought a lot, and even a legislation was also made in the Madras presidency, putting an end to the Devadasi system. The trigger for her campaign against the Devadasi system began in 1927 after she received a poignant letter from a 13-year-old girl, Shanpak Vali, and she was rescued by this madam. Influential women and movements. She was influenced by her mother, who was also from the Devadasi community and had revolted against the system. Okay? And she tried a lot to put an end to this system. And you know, she is the first graduate in the Madras presidency. We have discussed that. Despite opposition, including within the Congress party, Muthulakshmi persisted. The system was eventually abolished in 1947 by the Madras Legislative Assembly. Try to remember. And see, recently, Morocco faced the earthquake, and the earthquake was so severe. Thousands of people died. Thousands of people died. Okay? And you know, the place Morocco is at the junction of the two active plates, African plate and the Eurasian plate. Okay? We have discussed in our routine classes with regard to the plate tectonics or plate movement or tectonicity, etc. And even we have discussed about the continental drift theory. Okay, so here you are having the African plate moving towards the Eurasian plate, and it is continuous in motion. Its net result is the formation of the Atlas Mountain. And even we have discussed about the fault yesterday. What is a fault? If it is a rock strata, if there is any crack, if there is any sort of displacement, then it is called as the fault. So here it is said that an oblique reverse fault has been formed. So when the plates are moving in face-to-face direction, They will have lot of trust on them, and they will have an energy stored in them that is called as the strain energy. Strain energy. When this energy suddenly releases, that will result in the earthquake. Why this was so intense? This was so intense because there were no intermittent earthquakes to release that strain energy. If it is slowly releases, then the intensity of earthquake might have been very less. So all of a sudden, that energy was released. It is the reason why it was so intense. And even the thing is, it was of a shallow depth. The focus was very near to the ground. And focus. And you know what is focus? What is epicenter? Focus is the place where the earthquake originates. Epicenter is the place where the first tremors were perceived. That is called as the epicenter. So for two reasons, this earthquake was too severe. One is extraordinary thrust by which a lot of strain energy has developed. There were no intermittent earthquake to release the energy in cycles or at regular intervals. Suddenly, as the strain energy was released, the earthquake was so severe and it caused a lot of casualties. Nearly 3,000 members, if I am not wrong, 2,000 to 3,000 members. And I told you the Atlas is the fold mountain. Fold mountains are formed in this manner only, face-to-face collision of the plates. Magnitude of 6.8 struck Morocco, causing extensive damage and a death toll exceeding 2,400 people. The earthquake's epicenter was in the Atlas Mountains near Marrakech. So remember Atlas Mountain. Now you will get questions with regard to Atlas Mountain. It is a fold mountain. So just now I told about the tectonic plate interaction. Morocco is situated where the Eurasian and African plates converge, and plate boundary activity thrust will be developed. The stress has accumulated. All of a sudden, it was released. Why the earthquake in Morocco has caused so much damage? Epicenter location. The earthquake epicenter was in the high Atlas mountain, close to the city of Marrakech, causing it to affect populated areas and infrastructure. No doubt in it. Because the first wave, which is strong, was pursued by this region. And depth, it was a shallow depth. 8 kilometer, 26 kilometer was relatively shallow, making it more dangerous as shallow earthquakes transmit more energy to the surface. And there is no previous history of earthquakes. All of a sudden, the stress was released. And automatically, so preparedness, generally, earthquake will not give any time. And even the people have not followed to construct the earthquake-resistant buildings. That is one of the reasons for the high casualties. And you know, everybody know about the G20, where India was exposed to the world, saying that India, coming days are in the hands of India. And I think you people, everybody are having the idea about this G20 summit. Is this first time or earlier India conducted such kind of meetings, especially with regard to G20? Is it first time? It is first time. And slogan, Vasudhaiva Kutumbam, that is, world is the full of a single family. Vasudhaiva Kutumbam is the legacy of the Sanatana Dharma. And some people wanted to put an end to Sanatana Dharma. We have to put an end to the things which will not suit the contemporary issues. Which are good, we have to take. Which are bad, we have to discard. Like this Manusmriti followed the strict caste laws. Now they are not needed. Put an end to that. Whichever is good, take that. Whichever is bad, you leave that. Okay? Yes. And you know, they want to have cooperation in all fields of development. Science, technology, hunger, reduction of poverty, mutual cooperation. Ukraine war, okay, what they are saying, in line with the UN Charter, every state should behave, and food security or food grain and also energy security. And even they want to develop international grids. Like in India, you are having Power Grid Corporation, which will see that surplus power will be supplied to the region where they are deficit. Okay. Now, gender equality. Yes, women should be given due representation in all spheres of development, and to reduce the malnutrition and economies and markets and smooth flow without any hurdles at a faster rate. And we have discussed in our roads and transportation, communication, etc. Logistics. Government of India taking many steps like Bharatmala, Sagarmala, dedicated freight corridor, and encouraging the national waterways, etc. And reaffirmation of commitment to the twin pillars of the international tax package, including profit allocation, etc. Of course, even technology, addressing the issues of climate change, all health, agricultural transparency, that is research and development, etc. Okay. Now, biofuels initiatives. But of course, you are having problem with the biofuels. Most of these biofuels are, take the example of sugarcane. It requires a lot of water. But other like Jatropha, Pongamia, they does not require any water. Then other major outcomes of G20, admittance of the African Union. Now G20 became now G21. And Global Fuel Alliance. India-led initiative promoting biofuels globally, contributing to India's existing biofuels program. But see, no doubt, beyond biofuels, now electricity is playing a key role, EV. So that you may get from the solar. In future, every car will have its own solar-powered panel. Yes, that is possible. Who knows? Yes, India, Middle East, Europe Economic Corridor, a significant infrastructure project connecting India, the Middle East, and Europe, aiming to provide an alternative to China's Belt and Road Initiative. It is a multimodal transit system for smooth flow of raw material. It is must, because I am from a business family. Raw material, timely receiving the raw material to the factory at cheaper rate and at cheap logistic cost is very essential for the prosperous business. Okay. Yes. And India Mercosur preferential trade agreement, etc. Now, in that India's cultural highlights, there are many India's cultural highlights. You may expect a question. Bharat Mandapam, an exhibition or showcase inspired by Anubhava Mandapam, a cultural platform in India. Anubhava Mandapa is related to which social reformer? Anubhava Mandapa is related to which social reformer? Yes. Offline students had it. Online students, yes. Lord Basaveshwara. Lord Basaveshwara will establish Anubhava Mandapa, a parliament of religion at Kalyana in Karnataka, just maybe less than 200 kilometers from Hyderabad city. Okay? Yes. Now, even take the example of Akbar. Akbar will also establish such kind of mantapa or a house, or what is the name of that this type of activity undertook by Akbar? What was the name of that building? It is excellent, Babani Garu. Ibadat Khana. Dilhe is a religion, not the parliament house. It is yet Ibadat Khana. Excellent. Ibadat Khana. Yes. Bronze statue of Lord Nataraja, it is the concept of Cholas. It is the concept of Cholas. And even once in UPSC prelim, they asked which leg of Nataraja will be above and which will be on the ground. And Tandava dance is related to Lord Shiva. Even a question from Tandava dance. Yeah. And we encountered Nataraj, and which site of IVC we had some sort of Nataraj idol. Of course, it was named by the historian. In which site of IBC we have honored the Nataraj idol? Of course, it is a name we have given. Which site of IBC? Anybody? It is Chanhudaro. Nataraj idol was found at Chanhudaro. Chanhudaro is on the bank of River Indus. Chanhudaro is also known for the lipstick, ink pot, a cat chased by dog, and even in one of the question, I told you that even they have used stones for the construction along the bricks, but I but I could not find any authenticity for that. And I asked you to check. Okay? Chanhudaro. Okay? Yes. Take it, no issue. Now, Konark Chakra, and it is the wheel of the great Konark temple. Where is Konark temple located? Konark temple is located in Orissa. It was constructed by, who is the founder of this temple? Who is the founder of this temple? What happened to you? Who is the founder of this temple? One or two? Huh? Check it. So it is Narasimhadeva 1 or 2? It is probably Narasimhadeva 1. Please check it. Please check it, Aparna ji. Narasimhadeva 1. Please check it. Yes. And we have discussed it is driven by 7 horses, and even the wheels will depict the activities of women based on time. Okay? Yes, such kind of things you have to remember. Konark Chakra, displays of Konark Chakra. And a significant symbol from Odisha's Sun Temple, and images related to Nalanda University. Yes. Who is the founder of Nalanda University? Who is the founder of Nalanda University? Who is the founder of Nalanda University? Yes, Ramya Garu. Kumara Gupta is the founder of Nalanda University, and even Nalanda University was patroned by the great King Harsha. Okay, and even, of course, you are also having the Buddhist famous university, Vikramashila University. Who is the founder of the Vikramashila University? Who is the founder of the Vikramashila University? Who is the founder of the Vikramashila University? Yes, Dharmapala. And both Nalanda and Vikramashila universities were destroyed by the army commander of Muhammad Ghori named Bakhtiar Khilji. Okay? Yes. Now, Tanjore paintings and Dokra art. Okay? And a bronze statue of Lord Buddha sitting under Bodhi tree. These are all the cultural highlights of the G20. And try to remember that. Very, very, very important. There are many things. Now, even the shawls which were given to them were made with pashmina, the fur of the pashmina goat, for which you are having the GI tag. Now, student self for suicide prevention. Actually, Kota hosts many coaching institutes, especially at inter level. After the completion of inter, you are having NEET or IIT, etc. Nearly lakhs of people stay there, and the number of suicides are increasing day by day because of stress. One thing, the main reason for this is comparison of the students with the other. That is the problem. The parents will compare, and the students in that age, they are immature to tackle the situation. And nowadays, the the students lack the social moving. That is the problem. Okay, yes. So to see that the people, I mean, students will not commit suicide, a cell has been initiated. And even take the example of All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Even the doctors have started a cell, because even every year one or two doctors will commit suicide. That is because of the stress. Okay, of course, yeah. Now, this move aims to address the challenges faced by students in this highly competitive environment, where academic pressure and parental expectation often lead to stress and mental health issues. Abnormal expectation, like our Agnani will become the topper in the UPSC. Nothing wrong in that. But first you have to see that he will come to class daily. He will come to class daily. That is very important. Okay? The year 2023 has witnessed a spike in student suicides in Kota, emphasizing the need for such interventions. Rights issue. Okay? Yes. You know why Dolly the sheep is in news? Once again, of course, it is a old, outdated concept. Why Dolly the sheep is in the news once again? Because the father of cloning, the person who is responsible for that, has died. Okay? And it made a scientific, what you say, outbreak. Once this was created, it was used for many good other purposes. L- Lan Wilmert, the British embryologist, renowned for leading the team that created Dolly the sheep, the world's first cloned mammal from an adult cell, has passed away recently. Remember his name? And the first sheep, Dolly, etc. Dolly the sheep, born in 1996, marked a significant scientific breakthrough in 20th century. Wilmot, along with his team, accomplished the unprecedented feat of making an adult cell behave like a cell from a newly fertilized embryo, resulting in the creation of an animal genetically identical to the donor. That is very important. By using this technology, we can minimize many diseases, especially the diseases which transmit from one generation to other generation. They achieved this by taking a cell from the map. Of course, it is a science topic. Dolly's birth raised ethical debates about cloning research, and it prompted the US President Bill Clinton to announce a ban on human cloning experiments about a year later. Of course, as far as humans are concerned, it may create some or other problems. Dolly's life was tragically short lived as she developed an incurable lung tumor and was euthanized by scientists about 6 years after her birth. What is meant by euthanasia? What is meant by euthanasia? So, euthanasia is a mercy killing. Euthanasia is a mercy killing, and many countries has legalized that. And there are two types of euthanasia: passive euthanasia, active euthanasia. And India will permit which one? Passive euthanasia or active euthanasia? In rarest to rare cases, India will permit passive euthanasia or active euthanasia. In rarest to rare cases, India will permit passive or active. Yes, passive euthanasia. Just we will stop the medication. Unlike in the other countries, they will medicate to kill that person. Yes, very nice. Following the success of the Dolly experiment, Wilmot shifted his focus to using cloning technology to create stem cells for potential use in regenerative medicine. Now, of course, just now I was talking about the maritime trade route between India and Europe. Yes, this one, which served India for a long period. But before Suez Canal, what happened? They were forced to unload. Again, they have to travel on road. Again, they have to involve in loading into the ship. And in which year Suez Canal was initiated? In which year Suez Canal was dug? 1969. In which year Suez Canal was dug? Yes, 1869. Suez Canal joins Red Sea and Mediterranean Sea. And Suez Canal is on which peninsula? Suez Canal is on which peninsula? Suez Canal is on which peninsula? And Ferdinand de Lesseps is the engineer for that. Of course, it is a great story. We will discuss that in the world history for UPSC main student. Excellent, Varshaji. Sinai Peninsula. Sinai Peninsula. Okay? Yes. And this route was very important for India long back also. Even today, China is the largest producer of the silk, followed by India. We are the second largest producers. No doubt in it. So in that period, the silk from China to these Roman countries and European countries was through the India only. It passed through India and we used to get a lot of toll. And even we have discussed in the history class, who is the last ruler of India to rule the Silk Road? Who is the last ruler of the India to rule the Silk Road? Excellent, excellent. That is Kanishka. Kanishka. And Silk Route passed via which pass? Silk Route passed via which pass in Himalayan mountains? Yes, Karakoram. Excellent, excellent. Karakoram Pass. Karakoram Pass. Excellent. Karakoram Pass. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Now, recently launched in India, Middle East, Asia, Europe Economic Corridor from a historical point of view. That is very important. And it involves the Red Sea. The Red Sea route refers to an ancient maritime trade route that connected India with the Roman Empire through the Red Sea. And even there is saying that Indian goods drained Roman gold in the ancient period, in the medieval period. The balance of trade was in favor of India. Okay? Now, we are having the trade deficit. One reason is abnormal standard of living. We are forced to import a lot of crude oil and even gold also. Okay? No issue. Now, yes, yes, yes. This route facilitated the exchange of various goods, including luxuries like spices, ivory, pearls, gemstones, and pepper from India to the Roman Empire, because they need the spices. Without spices, they cannot live because of their climatic conditions and short agricultural season. Whereas India, we are having long agricultural season. Of course, every day in some or other region, you will have some or other crop harvesting. That is the greatness of India. That is the geographical advantage of India. Its location, its latitudinal location. Yes. And Red Sea route, Of course, all these were pepper was India's major export and was highly sought after in Roma. And Chinese silk, just now I told you, Chinese silk reached Rome through India's ports, emphasizing India's historical importance. And yeah, I told you it was through Karakoram Pass. And Red Sea is in an inlet of the Indian Ocean, located between Africa and Asia. It is one of the most saline bodies of water. And you have to have idea about the bordering countries. Nowadays, they are asking. Black Sea is having borders with following countries. Red Sea is having the, as it is in the news, try to have a look on the borders of the countries. And I told you, it connects to the Indian Ocean in the south through the Bab el Mandeb Strait and the Gulf of Eden. It is bordered by the Sinai Peninsula. On this Sinai Peninsula only, we have dug the Suez Canal. It joins the Red Sea and Mediterranean Sea. Why it is called Red Sea? Of course, don't think that it is red. No. Sometimes it happens. The Red Sea is not red in appearance. It typically has blue-green water. One theory suggests that a cyanobacteria called Trichodesmium erythraeum, a red color algae, may occasionally turn the water reddish. Occasionally, not all the time. Now, next, India's falling cotton production. Drastically, the cotton production in India is falling. Of course, in some areas it is increasing, in some areas it is decreasing. See, cotton is very important to India because cotton serves three purposes. One is the textile. And as far as handloom is concerned, we are the leaders in the world market, handloom textile. And the second thing is automatically prosperity farmers. And even the cotton seed is crushed to get the oil, which is blended with other edible oil and which is consumed by the human beings. It is blended with palm, it is blended with soya, or groundnut, or safflower, or sunflower, and which is consumed by our people, us. And if you know, we are having a huge shortage of edible oils. 80% of our domestic requirement of edible oils is fulfilled by the imports. And for that purpose, we are taking many action, especially we are encouraging the palm oil, especially Telugu states are leading in that front. Okay? Yes. Now, the main reason for this is again, because of the pest. Of course, we have developed the BT cotton, but in course of time, it is said that the pest has got the resistant. Now it is damaging the cotton. It is what mentioned in this PDF. But another reason for the decrease in cotton production is the volatility in the price. Volatility in the price, because the price of cotton is dominated by the price in the world markets, unlike the food grains of India. Take the example of food grains of India, pulses. We are the largest producers and we are the largest consumers of the pulses. So price is totally in our hand. Of course, rarely price also depends on the price of the pulses in Burma and also Kenya, Tanzania. Along with the India, they will also produce the pulses. But cotton, USA, it is the largest producer, and even they are having the output subsidy. USA may purchase the cotton from farmers at a high price, and they can sell in the open market at the lesser price. It is how they are causing harm to the Indian wheat price. And you are having blue box, amber box, green box. We will deal that in our WTO or GATT, what you say. Yes. Now, cotton is a versatile crop known for its white, fluffy fiber, oil-rich seeds, and protein-rich seed cake. And after seed is crushed, this cake is used to feed the cattle, and it contains excellent fat content. The milk which is produced from this cattle will be excellent, and it will give more byproducts. That is very important. Yes. It has various uses, including textiles, cooking, etc. Yes. Significance of cotton in India. Triple role, sectile, textile, and also human consumption, and also cattle feed. Cotton components. After harvesting cotton, it is called as kapas, and its Unit is the bales, cotton bales, cotton bales. One cotton bale is equal to how many kgs? One cotton bale is equal to how many kgs? What happened to you people? You are unable to answer even silly questions today. It seems that today is bad day for you. No hurry, it is not 100. Don't get confused. Cotton and jute is different. Jute bale is different. Cotton bale is different. Nobody. See, cotton bale is 170, jute bale is 180 kgs. Cotton bale is 170 kgs and jute bale is 180. None of you people are able to answer. Huh? And you say that few people like Aparna are saying that we have revised for 20 times. And even one person said that no, sir, Aparna has not revised for 10 times. She has revised for more than 30 times. It is how you are revising the subject. Okay, no issue. Cotton bale 170 kgs, jute bale 180 kgs. Please try to remember. Yes. The breakdown is approximately 36% fiber, 62% seeds, and 2% waste. Of course, it is a pure raw material. Cotton seed is essential for vegetable oil, but you remember you cannot directly consume that. It has to be blended with the other. You cannot consume it directly. Cotton seed oil is the third largest domestically produced vegetable oil in India, following mustard and soya bean. Domestically produced. And I told you, 80% of domestic requirement of edible oil is done through the imports, especially Malaysian and other adjoining countries. Okay? Yes. And cotton, textile. And textile sector is the second largest employment provider after agriculture. Now, BT cotton, BT cotton was introduced in 2002. It is a genetically modified cotton with genes from Bacillus thuringiensis, which were toxic to certain pests. So the pests were not attacking the cotton. Now what happened? This pest got resistance. Again, they are attacking the cotton, by which the farmers are reluctant to grow because it will damage the crop like anything. Significant boost in production after BT cotton. Now, subsequent yield decline. However, post 2014, cotton production and yields are declining, reaching about 3/4. Of course, don't remember this statistics. Highly tough. Initially, BT cotton protected against pests like the American bollworm and pink bollworm. This is very important. But by 2014, pink bollworm developed resistance to BT proteins, causing widespread infestation and yield reduction. The problem is, along with the cotton, adjoining red gram will also get infested because we used to grow the red gram. We used to request the adjoining farmers not to sow the cotton. Yes. Now, shift from non-BT cotton cultivation because they will have the less yield and production. And this pest infestation is discouraging the farmers. And our insecticides are not able to control that pink bollworm. And nowadays you are having all the adulterated insecticides, etc. Solution to control the pink bollworm. Now you have to remember this pink bullworm. And BT cotton was made to keep away from American bollworm and pink bollworm. Now what happened? Pink bollworm has developed the resistance. Now scientifically we should see that pink bollworm number will not increase. So they want to control the mating process. That is a science topic, but you remember. And many initiatives were taken by the government in this line because to create employment opportunities. Amended Technology Upgradation Fund Scheme, Market Access Initiative, Samarth, last time in asked in UPSC, Scheme for Capacity Building in the Textile Sector, Mitra, Mega Investment Textile Park, and Production Linked Incentives, PLS. The main reason for this is because it is a highly employment generative sector, and even it will also boost agriculture, and even it is an excellent raw material for many industries. India is one of the largest consumers and producers of cotton and jute in the world. 95% of world's hand-woven fabric comes from India. India is the second largest, textile industry is the second largest employment provider after agriculture. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for your kind cooperation. Thank you for your participation in the class. Thanks a lot, my dear students.